He's doing pretty well right now, sitting at 8-0. William Huey Jensen, I believe, is also doing really well, either at 7-1 or 8-0. And he's playing against Sheridan Mickelson on the right, playing Junk Reanimator.
And this is a game 3, it looks like. Both players sitting at 8-0. So.
And Junk Reanimator is one of the decks that Kibler and his team felt pretty confident against with their deck. They felt they were positioned pretty well against it. The cards like Turtenwald, Aristocrat, pretty good against Junk. And 4 copies of Bonfire also pretty solid against what Reanimator's trying to do early on.
Yeah, and entering this game with minimal context, like we're jumping in the middle of the 3rd game, it looks like Owen's a little bit tight on mana and has been Stone Rain at least once by Sheridan's acidic line.
So looks like we're going to have a Flintiff board come down, give it haste, and everything's going to come down. Sheridan is at 12 life here, so looks like we might get a Restoration Angel jumping in front of a Flintiff board and an Acidic Slime jumping in front of a Huntmaster of the Fells and dropping Sheridan down to 6.
Although, it's like Sheridan has another Restoration Angel in his hand, so he may be loath to give up his Acidic Slime here.
Can he afford to take 8 and drop to 4, though? That's the question. Because Owen can start flipping that Huntmaster of the Fells. So, well, yep, it looks like that is what he's going to be doing.
Yep.
So he'll have 3 creatures in play if Owen's plan is to just pass the turn. I think he still might be able to pull it out unless Sheridan has some life gain. Yes, let's think about that first. So,
yep.
So Acidic Slime comes over knowing he's going to blink it. Takes out maybe the red source here.
Yeah, he's going to cut him off of red.
So this is going to be interesting here because, you know, Mickelson is at 4. So does Owen just pass the turn back and flip the Huntmaster? He doesn't really have that many options beyond that. He can cast Farseek here. So does he Farseek or does he try to just go for it? Maybe it's going to be tough. I don't know how you can. You're going to have to hope that you can reflip it somehow. It looks like he might have to just cast Farseek here and maybe get a Thundermaw into play.
Yeah, the big upside, I was about to say, you know, the big upside into Farseeking right now is if you Farseek for a red source and then rip a red source, then Thundermaw is just taps the Restoration Angels and you can finish them off with your flyers.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to get block. One of the Restoration Angels gets eaten. And now what are we going to see from Owen's side? Yeah, if you set it up so that a top deck red source next turn gets Thundermaw into play, that could potentially just win you the game. So let's see what Owen does. He has Farseek, double Olivia, and an Overgrown Tomb. Does he choose to go for it? Yep, he's going to cast the Farseek here. So Huntmaster will not flip, but he will get another red, setting himself up for a potential top deck next turn.
Yep.
Ooh, Renounce the Guilds. Interesting. So Sheridan does have another Restoration Angel, so that is going to be pretty effective right here. He's going to take out the other red source, and he also has to Renounce the Guilds. So if he casts Renounce the Guilds now, Owen really doesn't have a way, or he can wait until the next turn. Either way, it's going to be able to deal with one of those creatures, and he can just chump block the Red Source after that.
Also keep in mind that Sheridan has Vault of the Archangel in play, so there's a big risk on Owen's side of allowing the board to continue to develop.
Yeah.
Because one big hit from Vault of the Archangel can push Sheridan to a life total where he no longer really has to worry about the Aristocrat.
And yep, here we go. Takes out the other red source, and now Owen is left with 3 red cards in his hand and no red mana in play. And that Aristocrat is vulnerable to dying now. He has no other creatures to sack to give it indestructibility. There's another Thundermaw health tank.
I think the worm may have turned here.
Yeah, now Owen's in an awkward position. He has no way to get any of the red cards in his hand into play. He can't really attack with the Aristocrat, otherwise it'll just die to one of the Restoration Angels. And now Sheridan can swing back and actually activate Vault of Archangels.
Well, he's also drawn Obsidian this turn too, which is another...
He can also cast that if he chooses. So it looks like we're going to get attacked with the Acidic Slime. Obsidian likely coming down there, bringing him, giving him a little bit more of a life cushion.
Can he well, okay, yes, he can. Yeah, okay, he can cast. I was about to say, if that Cavern's not set, can he not cast the Obsidian? But he's good.
Yeah, he's got double white, double black. And here comes Obsidian, bringing Sheridan up to 6 and Owen down to 10. And he's going to phase it out in his turn. And here we have the Garrick Relentless, yet another card that he can't cast with only 3 mana. So Owen just 5 cards that he just can't cast. And Obsidian comes back into play, dropping Owen to 10. Sheridan goes up to 8. At this point, Sheridan, unless he draws a land for his Angel Serenity, which it looks like he does, 6, 7, 8, 13, yeah, could just cast an Angel Serenity here. Looks like he's going to play it safe, go a Sin Collector route.
Yeah, looks at a hand of basically concession.
So Owen Turtenwald falls to 8-1 as Sheridan and Mickelson managed to take advantage of some Restoration Angel Acidic Slime shenanigans, keeping Owen off of double red, and making sure that that Thundermail Hellkite doesn't ruin the party.
Yeah. More or less frustrating than losing to Restoration Angel Thragtusk. What do you think?
I'd say more frustrating. I don't think anyone gets like getting land destruction spells. We thought we were done with that. We thought, who really wants to deal with land destruction? But Sheridan Mickelson moves to 9-0 with Junk Reanimator. I don't think anyone's surprised to say that there's a Junk Reanimator deck at 9-0.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty straight. I think it seems pretty obvious that that's one of the top decks in the format. Same thing with Jund. We saw Reed Duke move on to 9-0. So far we have one Jund deck and one Junk Reanimator deck at 9-0, which are pretty much two of the top dogs in Standard, and pretty much what we would expect to see at the end of day one of Standard GP.
Yeah, and congrats to Sheridan Mickelson. I mean, 9-0 day one of the Grand Prix, beating a former Player of the Year in your last round of day one. A pretty good start to a tournament.
Yeah,
and as for